Hey everyone, welcome back. I am in my man cave and we'll talk about anything outdoors and let it rabbit trail from there. And I hope there's some people that come in here and join me and have a nice little chat of whatever. I know some people are getting their ice shacks ready for surgeon spearing next month, and that is just around the corner. Actually, almost exactly a month coming up here. We're supposed to get some snow tomorrow. I'd like to do some rabbit hunting, and hopefully, the weather isn't too nasty. I guess I'm hoping to get out and get a few bunnies and come home and process them and freeze them, and then hopefully, in the near future, cook them up. One person here. Thanks for stopping by. Give me a thumbs up when you get all situated. Leave a comment down below. That'd be awesome too. I don't know who that is, but there's always seems to be just that one person that comes in. Oh, now they're gone. But anyways, I yeah, I'm in my man cave, like I said, and just a Friday night chilling after a long work week, and actually it wasn't that. Hey, good to see you, Keith. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You know, earlier I was snacking on some things like summer sausage, and I accidentally bit my tongue right on the side. So hopefully, when I'm talking, I can feel my that part of my tongue hitting my teeth, and it's kind of hurts. Yeah, just what else is going on? There's some squirrel hunting going on. I'll be doing that. There's a squirrel hunting tournament that I entered, and I'll be doing that next weekend, next Saturday. And then on Sunday we have our Wisconsin Trappers has our district has a little rendezvous, and I'm looking forward to going there and just chit chatting with fellow trappers and maybe learning a few tricks or just BSing a little bit, you know. So I'm hoping there's some people that come in that we can have a good conversation and have a good 2 hours or so of a live stream and just chatting or however long it goes. Maybe shorter, maybe longer. I don't know. I want to do it tonight because of the football games tomorrow night, and I'm kind of wanted to do it tonight, so that way avoid all the football goers. Me, I'll watch it, but it's not going to be that big of a deal to me. I don't I don't really follow it a whole lot, so Keith, if you're here, what do you got planned for the weekend? Anything special? Any outdoor activities? Even sledding? I don't know if where you're from exactly. I don't remember. Sorry if I don't. Um, Around here, we don't have any snow left, really. Just snow piles. Warmed up to upper 30s, low 40s, and we had rain the other night, last night, and that pretty much took care of most of the snow. And now it's pretty much bare ground. Fly tying some wally buggers. Not sure what a wally bugger is, but it sounds like a wally of a bugger. But well, that's cool. That's some real tedious kind of work, isn't it? Never got into fly tying. It's interesting to watch. I I think it's a pretty neat thing to do. It's something that small, and the hooks are so small too. Some of them, it's like, wow, it's pretty amazing. You got to get it just probably tight enough and add a few feathers or whatever you're adding to it. Woolly buggers. Okay. Um, yeah, it's there was a when I was in grade school or middle school, we had what we called mini courses. Um, it could have been anything. I think the teachers that had their own little side gig, like in the summer thing, like someone tied flies, and I thought that was the coolest thing. Then there was the other end of the spectrum. Some other teacher did cooking. Obviously maybe the home ec teacher did cooking, but yeah, some of the teachers really had some good um neat hobbies actually. Hopefully I can put this a little notification on a post on Facebook. Hopefully that might draw some people into my live stream. I'll probably get a few people that say, "Oh, I missed it." I know I wanted to put a notification out, like a schedule that I was doing a live stream. I didn't know what was going to be going on tonight, so I waited till my wife got home and to see what was going on before I did anything. So it was about an hour and a half of notice that I put this on here that I was going to go live. Two people here. Leave a comment. Let me know who you are and give me a thumbs up. It'd be nice to see who's in here. I know Keith is one, and I don't know who the second one is. Three people? That's awesome. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. After 30 outdoors, he's like, Kyle here. He's a good guy. I don't think I ever met any YouTubers yet. No, I haven't, except for Paul Ansack. But Vanessa Kitty, how are you doing? Were you in my live stream the last time? Oh, hey, there's five people here. That's awesome. Four now. The highs and lows. Um, I think you were here the last time, my last live stream. I appreciate that. I appreciate people coming in now. Yeah, I think you were. Um, yeah, basically, I'm not sure. Well, that's good. I'm not sure if there's what the title is of my live stream. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? Thought I'd do a little live stream here and talk shop, I guess, in a way, or talk man cave or rabbit trail on any subject, outdoor related. Then I'd add political stuff, just stuff that's lighthearted stuff, you know. Six people here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. That helps the algorithm push out my videos and gets my gets gets me noticed a little bit. So yeah, I I'd like to do some rabbit hunt tomorrow, but if not, it's supposed to be really windy. Myron Hickman, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'd like to maybe there's a tree next to my garage, a pussy willow tree. I like to cut a good portion of that down tomorrow, maybe. But I'm also pretty good at talking myself out of doing things, unfortunately. But if I get motivated enough tomorrow right away, depending on the weather, like I said, I'll probably hit the rabbit woods first. And then we'll go from there. But I like to get that tree cut down before the sap starts running. That way it dries and I'll have some wood for the fire pit. I was going to have a fire tonight, but I want to also do this. So this kind of won me over a little bit, I guess you could say. That's good. How are you liking your new place? Oh, no, not in the woods, I guess, but in the woods. Got a nice spot there, Myron. Oh, yeah. What is everyone that's here right now? What do you guys got planned? Leave the comment down below and let me know what you guys are up to. It might give me an idea to do something else. And I just don't really want to sit in a house and still getting settled in. Yeah, it's probably an ongoing thing. Even us here, we bought my wife's dad's house 3 years ago. And there's still some things that need to be done yet, you know. We put some flooring in that floating stuff, that laminate flooring or whatever you call it. But to this day, we still haven't put the baseboard around. We put that back on, or if we want to go a different route with baseboard. Pulled the last coyote trap today. Got a wet leg, water everywhere. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, we got enough rain. That's for certain. I don't know how much rain we got. Every time I put out a rain gauge, I forgot to bring it in winter. There's ice that forms and it ends up cracking, breaking. The glass breaks. What am I? Sunday, I don't know what I'm going to do. Excuse me. I'm tanning that hide. I got to work on that tomorrow, and maybe I'll do that. I salted it the second time today, that muskrat hide, and it says leave it for 24 hours. But I don't know, the salt wasn't really sticking to the skin anymore, so it might be to the point where it's almost dry enough. But once the tomorrow comes around, I'll have to soak it in a saltwater brine for 8 hours and then rinse it out, drain it, then wash it with dish detergent. So I'm looking forward to that. 2 inches? Holy crap. Where do you live, Garrett? Well, that electric heater, it works. Don't get me wrong, but I wish I would have had it when I still was processing my furs. That would have been nice, with my body heat from being in there and flushing and putting the furs up and stuff, and having that buddy heater. That would have been would have been really nice. Back Mountain Outdoors. Hey, good evening. How are you doing? I think this is the first time I've ever seen you in my live stream. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But here, I'll show you. I did a not a musk, a possum a couple years ago that I did with the orange bottle solution. The reason why I picked a possum was because it's a possum. It's it really doesn't have any good value, but I got it to the point where it kind of, I don't know, it kind of rolls over has a good flow, I guess you could say. But Mark J. Larson's here. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Just rabbit trailing, just showing. I was talking about doing that. I'm doing a muskrat, and I'm kind of halfway through the process already. Tomorrow I'll have to put it in the saltwater brine, and then wash it, rinse it out, and then wash it maybe twice. Probably wouldn't have to do it twice, but and here I got this. I gotta get something else. So this feels really nice. This is my first buck mink that I got. This fur is so soft. Do you really? Get the pellet gun. Or just leave it. But this is, man, I can't believe I don't wow, this is really soft. I can't believe this. This is first time I'm actually really feeling taking a real close look at it. I caught this in a colony trap last trapping season. Well, thanks for sharing his Back Mountain Outdoors page or channel. Thanks, Mark. But yeah, I caught this in a colony trap, and it was on a pond where I caught a few muskrats, and I thought I had two muskrats, but here's this buck mink. So yeah, this is kind of nice. Hey, Kathy, I want to be as smart as you. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not all that smart. I could be a smart behind, if you get my drift. Yeah, I had those. I get what you mean, but I was watching some squirrels in the backyard last weekend. I put all kinds of bird seed and everything on the ground for the squirrels so they won't go up onto my bird feeder. Well, the other day I came home from work. I have one of those tubular bird feeders. It's about this big, about I don't know, a foot tall. Well, the squirrels have a habit of hopping on that bird feeder, and when they jump off, they twist it a little bit every time. So I got home. I didn't see the bird feeder hanging there, nor was it on the ground below where it was hanging. But I go over to the hill, and the bird feeder is down below the hill. So now I like watching it. Hey, spookify or spookify. um, yeah. Well, first the squirrels, I had 5 squirrels out there last Sunday, but I think I might have to take care of some of them, if you know what I mean. They're trapping season. Yeah, it was good for the line that I have. Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. It was humbling and very humbling. Thinking I was thinking going in that the pocket sets were really gonna produce well. They produced a lot of misses or a lot of pullouts or whatever you want to call them, but it is what it is. But gotta you gotta take the good with the bad. Yep, 7 people here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Leave your name or whatever. Just say hi. That'd be fine too. Back Mountain Outdoors. Where are you from? Are you from like the Smoky Mountains or like the Pocono Mountains or like around by the Rockies? Or is it something just a back mountain outdoors? Like, I don't know. Just trying to see your profile pic. I can't see it quite right on here. I like rabbit trailing on conversations. When I'm having a conversation, like I was talking with my daughter a while back, we get to talking about something and it goes on and on and on and on. Then I asked her, "How do we get on this subject? What started this up? What started this this conversation?" Then it's always fun going back trying to figure it out. What got the dialogue going? Pretty fun once in a while. Northeastern Pennsylvania, actually by the Pocono Mountains. My wife and I we had our honeymoon out by the Poconos. There was it's called the Caesar's Palace Resort or something like that. It's out there. Um, it was a cool place. They had the hot tub was in the shape of a champagne glass. What was really weird, their their hay rides. I expected horses pulling like a open style kind of a wagon, but it was a pickup truck pulling some kind of a wagon. I don't think it even had straw bales, just benches. That was the hayride. Going to sit out for my rabbits that are mating my yard. Going to make me some Hassan pepper in the slow cooker. Yeah, I want to, like we talked last weekend, last Sunday. I want to get some buttermilk, get some rabbits, and do some of the recipes that there's Cowboy Kent Rollins here on YouTube. He won the some Food Network contest, and now he has his YouTube channel, and he's also on the Outdoor channel now. So I want to try and make at least one of his dishes, or the one that was soaking in buttermilk, and he pan fried it. He didn't really deep fry it. He kind of like shallow fried it. Let's get some people in here. We were up to, I think, 7 or 9 or eight for sure. Maybe we can get this hopefully get the ball rolling. Do you know if that place is still open yet? Is that still a thing, a honeymoon getaway, or is that pretty much that was like 27 years ago, I think. 1998. Yeah, almost 28 years ago. 27 and a half years ago. But yeah, it's That was kind of a neat place. They had ponds that you could fish, and then they had barbless hooks. It's like, that ain't fishing to me. Well, that's cool. Garrett, where do you live? Are you from Wisconsin or? Yeah, yeah, we're all getting old. Well, I shouldn't say we all. I don't know how old some of these other people are. Well, that's cool that it lasted this long as far as having a honeymoon getaway. That's pretty cool. My wife and I met a couple from Canada. They actually, as time went on, we received a gift from them. It was I don't know if it was a hand carved loon, but it wasn't life size, but it was maybe about a foot long and maybe 8 inches tall from the bottom to the top of the head. It was, ah, man, I can't remember their names. I wish I could. Okay, between Appleton and Stevens Point. Well, good luck hunting. I never did that night vision thing. I've seen it done on obviously YouTube, so that's kind of cool seeing. I seen Coon Creek Outdoors, Stu Miller from Coon Creek Outdoors. He does that, and I haven't seen any videos lately from him. I don't know, he must be busy or just kind of tapering off from YouTube. But I know he's getting together with Alan Probst with some kind of uh, a trapping thing where they'll invite you to follow along on a trap line or something like that. I forget what it is exactly. I'm not sure. Yeah, I always say I want to get out coyote hunting, but it'd be cool to go at night. But that's something to do too tomorrow, maybe, or this weekend. Go out with the. I have a 17 caliber and just sit where I go deer hunting. I've had coyotes on my camera earlier in the season, but I haven't had any. The last thing I had on my camera of significance was Christmas Day. I had a small buck come through, but other than that, it was just a raccoon and squirrels. Which squirrels are good because I'll go out there and hunt the squirrels. Exactly. It's I eat it periodically. Well, steadily, I guess, every year. But odd jobs. Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for stopping. That's awesome. But I was just mentioning to Scott that Scott mentioned that it's probably like 20 years that he's hunted and or hunted small game. But yeah, to me, I think squirrel is better than rabbit. Holy cow, really? Holy cow. A lot of wolves, huh? You had squirrel last summer. Yeah, it's I had first time I ate squirrel was 10 years ago. It's like, dang, I I gotta get some more. And well, even Remy thinks the same thing. And thanks, Mark. Yeah, it's amazing how different. Hey, we got 10 people here. That's awesome. That was my goal. Maybe I'm not going to get greedy, but be cool to get 15. Yeah, my goal was 30 raccoons this year. And I only got 20. Maybe I should be careful what I wish for. I did a video on cooking my rabbit 2 years ago. I cold smoked. I made it like chicken soup. I had carrots, onions, celery. I put some parsley in, and then I put it in a foil pan. I dumped some chicken broth in there, and what I did is I took my smoke tube, put in some hardwood blend. I'll get to that right. I'll highlight it, and that way I can answer or give my thoughts. But I cold smoked all the ingredients, the rabbit and the vegetables and the chicken broth. All right. Then I smoked it for an hour, turned the meat, flipped it, and did it for another hour. And I learned something this past season, not to over smoke. That's a little bit too much. But anyways, then I put everything from that foil pan, all the ingredients, the rabbit, into a crock pot, turned it on low. I left work, I don't know, about 4 in the morning. And by the time I got home, I walked in. Holy cow, it smells so good. You have the vegetables, the onions for sure, that really permeate through the house. Then you got the little bit of onions, and what else did I put? Well, the carrots don't really give off a scent, in my opinion, but and then I walked in, I smelled that, then I could smell the smokiness. I'm like, oh my gosh, it smells so good, so good. But it tasted good too. Just add a little bit of salt and pepper to the mix. That even topped it off. And I added some minute rice to the to my meal just to soak up some of the moisture. And it was, oh my gosh, it was so good. The meat just fell off the bone and awesome. What are your thoughts on a crane hunt? I think we should have one. You know, every season I know from my experience, I've seen a pair of cranes with two young ones. I don't know what the ratio is or what the actual offspring is, but most times I only see one offspring to a pair. But it seems like there's starting to be more and more and more cranes that are starting to populate the area. It's getting to the point where it needs to be managed. 12 people here. I'm almost there to my secondary goal. I'd like to have 15. Speaking meat, are you? Yes, I am still doing the carnivore. Yep. Not as hardcore as I was. Now I'm getting a little bit better now that Christmas is over with. I need to be. I feel too good not this. I feel too good to stop. Really? That is interesting to know, Zach. A young crane is called a colt. That's cool. That is something. That is something I'm going to retain. There's a lot of things I don't retain, but that I will. I know. Remember Colt, but I like to try it. Steven Rinella, he has on YouTube. They did a comparison between the crane and an actual ribeye, and they said that the I think they said the crane was a little bit more tender than actual beef. Yes, Mark. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up. That's weird that popped up. Thanks. Did I do that? Oh, wait. I did do that. I was highlighting the wrong one, but hey, why not? Yep, ribeyes, Sandhills ribeye to sky. Myron heard that. That's Live More Outdoors is here. He's from Pennsylvania. And Mark is from Illinois. And Scott, he's just down the road from me. Myron's from here. What other? It's cool to have a variety of people in here from different parts of the United States, mostly right now the upper Midwest. Well, I shouldn't say that. New York is, or Pennsylvania is not part of the Midwest. Out east. And Ontario, Canada. That's cool. I'm waiting for Backwoods Barbarian to come in, Daniel Sturge. Who else? Tubby Guy Outdoors. He's from there. I haven't seen him have anything on YouTube lately. Yeah, Jim, how's your trapping season going? I think I missed a video of yours, one of them. I am happy that you guys are in here. Gotta go pick up wings, pizza soon, but I got a few minutes. Ooh, wings and a pizza. Yeah, I was gonna say how American is that, but pizza's Italian. Wings are a staple for America, I guess. This is so cool. I had 12 people in here. That's awesome. No coyotes, but a few fox in the last few days. You've gotten quite a few fox already then. I think you caught what, 5 maybe fox, or not so much. I don't think the crane will pass legislation was. Yeah, I don't know why they. I don't know. I tried getting. I was talking to a representative, and I'm not going to name names, but he was trying, but to get blowgun dart hunting, and I said to him, well, he said that they something with compressed air, or it's not compressed air. A blowgun isn't fired with compressed air. I'm like, what are you? This is my argument. What are you doing when you put up the blowgun? You sit there, you fill your lungs, you hold it there, and you force it out. It's compressing that dart through that tube, right? Am I wrong? But I said he could look up Tim Wells. He's taken a black bear with a blow dart. He's taken whitetails with a blow dart. He's taken wild goats, sheep with blow darts. But like, yeah, it's there's no. I don't get some of them legislatures that don't understand. I don't think they do understand hunting. Nah, I guess you're right on that one. Yeah. You got me thinking. I got one too. I'll get it. It's right over here. Yeah, it's pretty slick. It's it's accurate. Well, the tube itself, well, it's got to be straight. I need you need to look. Yeah, I need a disc like I need a hole in the head. This is so cool. I At my last place, I was out in the barn and I made a false wall, kind of like a partition wall, insulated, and I was made out of foam, and I was blowing the darts, and actually, here's one right here. I would aim on the. I put an X on the. Oh man, I can't get this out of here. Put an X on the foam, and that was my target. So what I did was, I don't know if you'd be able to see that. I shot a few times, and I actually Robin Hood a freaking dart, but I'm almost tempted to shoot it into the. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to shoot my blow dart into my door coming into the man cave. Well, that didn't work out. I think with that being with that being cut like it was, I gotta figure this out here. There we go. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see this. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm like this far off from a knot hole that I was really. I guess I wasn't really aiming at it. I'm not gonna do any more. I'm gonna end up. No, it's pretty slick though. This thing is cool. But anyways, I gotta see any other comments that came up. All right. But here in Wisconsin, we can't use a blowgun for hunting. I wanted it to see if we could get something passed or started. Use it for dispatching. Oh, I bet. Yeah, for frogs. Blindfold yourself and shoot at. There you go. That'd be kind of cool. I turkey hunt. Yeah, I'm not a diehard like some people are, where they gotta go out and get a tag and go out and get more tags. I like this year. I didn't even send in for a tag at all because my plan is to do some beaver trapping. I know April is a little late for beaver trapping. The hare might it's I don't know, they might be starting to transition their fur. The hair might be slipping. So I figured I'd go like in March beaver trapping. So I my plan was April, so that's why I didn't get my a turkey put in for a turkey tag. So it's not a big deal to me. I enjoy it. My son and I, we got that. I don't know if you can see it. There's a video. Me and him got those two turkeys at the exact same time. I can't say the word simu, sign, simultaneously. You got to check out that video. That was such a fun hunt. Huh. I'm so I get kind of choked up about it. It was one of my most favorite hunts. Yeah, thanks, Zach. I appreciate that. That was when I found out that we had the same week and we both had cameras out at the same spot. His was a little bit better than mine. We had 3 toms coming in on the cameras, and it was he was kicking himself because of work, and I was kicking myself because of that we weren't out there. So I think we both called it. I called in one day and I took a day vacation the next. So we went out Wednesday night. We sat because I think it opens up Tuesdays, and we sat Wednesday night, saw some, we heard some out to the north of us that were gobbling. Nothing happened. So the next morning, see you, Jim. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Um, we get there the next morning. We heard gobbling all the way over to the south. The property is split now. Half of it is sold, but within a few hours, they came in. I was purring and clucking a little bit. They were coming in, so I kept doing that, and the rest is history. They came in and boom. It was almost sounded like one shot, but I think he went on right after 2, and I went on 3. So Jay is dehydrating jerky for her class, so I can only smell. Well, you can sneak one. Nothing wrong with that. What's your favorite gun that you own and would like to own? My favorite gun, it's upstairs right now. My favorite gun is my Mossberg 500 20 gauge. And the gun I would love to have to own is an M1 Garand and a 19 government issue. I think it's Colt 1911. I don't know what it is about those 2 guns. I think because one, my grandpa was in World War II, and that was one of those, the pistol, that was one of those that were their sidearm. And in the M1 Garand, I'm not a real big war buff, but for some reason, the look of an M1 Garand or Garand, however you want to pronounce it, I guess, that's something that I'd like to get with the old sling, like how was it nylon back then? Those slings, or was it leather? Um, World War II. Yeah. Um, Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to get more people in here. I'm really enjoying this right now. I'm having fun. We're 50 minutes into this, but yeah, that's a good question. I guess, who was your favorite? What is the people who are here? What is your favorite gun, and what would you like to own? We'll rabbit trail on that for a little bit. The 5 that are still here. Yeah, those are, yeah, like I said, my 20 gauge is my go-to. I killed numerous deer, killed countless rabbits, cottontails with that thing. I think that's about it. That's all I really hunted with that thing was those two game animals. Man, that thing has got some history. What I should have done, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Every time I have put it on one side to stock, how many deer I shot, and on the other side, make tally marks on both, tally marks for all the rabbits I shot. I think I probably shot more rabbits than I did um, deer with it. Then the next one, I guess, would be um, my 12 gauge Mossberg 500. I don't know. My grandpa got me hooked on Mossberg, and I don't know. I like to get one of their rifles too. I'll have to do some more research on what kind of rifles they do have. I'm sure they have a 30-06. That's cool. Yeah, I never owned a Remington like the 870 or anything like that. Just yeah, I think almost seems like Mossberg is like not like third, but it's kind of like parallel with Remington, Marlin, kind of a thing. Winchester, you got one, two, three, and I think Mossberger's over here, in my opinion. Really don't need nothing flashy. It's just something to get game. You know, I had I think a Winchester night. Man, what the heck? I got a mental block now. I sold it to a foreman at Kohler. Um, what the heck was it? No, I bought it from him. I think I don't know, sold it or bought it. A 3030 um lever model 94. I guess I think the second gun, if we're gonna go that route, um, my dad's 30-06. He shot a mule deer, a little spike mule deer buck, and he thought it was a nice, not a giant, but he thought it was like a four or a 2x2, you could call it. But he ended up getting a spike, and then I took it out to Colorado in 2008 and shot a cow elk. And what else? Then 2 years ago, I shot a small buck whitetail with it. So that was pretty cool. I won a Ruger American Tool 4 with a 10 round clip and a Savage 22 mag, semi-automatic laminate thumb hole stock, and 25 round magazine. My favorite gun is my grandpa's Browning A5 12 gauge. Yeah, I'm not sure about what those are, what they look like. I can kind of guess what the Browning A5. I'm going to look that up on my phone quick. Um, I think my uncle had something similar to that. I think my cousin actually has it. Um, I'm looking it up just because I want to see what it looks like. A A5 12 Browning. I'll type in Browning first. I'm looking it up. Bear with me. Oh, that's a cool looking gun. Honestly, I gotta. Yeah, it says here at Cabela's website. I'll just look up Browning. Yeah, $2,000 for A5 Upland. Yeah, it's if you got your grandpa's, you said, yeah, if you got your grandpa's, you got yourself some stock. Like my grandpa used to, he had a gun, a long gun, shotgun or rifle that you load from the butt to the stock, and he'd always roll up some money and put that in there. And he always said he has money in stock. Bolt action 30-06. Yeah, I those are cool. Bolt actions. I like them. Man, oh man. My first shotgun was a Mossberg 500. Bought it when I was 12 and still love it. I if I could I need to I guess I don't need to. I want to. The Mossberg 500 410. I have the the two older ones, but the newer 410s, they have the foregrip. It comes around like this and swoops up and goes like that. While the other ones, the older ones, just are rounded like that, like a U shape. I need to find the one with the U shape. That way I can have those three guns together. And yeah, I just want that style of 410 from Mossberg. What time we got here? Almost an hour into this. This is pretty cool. Talking outdoors, rabbit trailing on things. What else? Yeah, this is cool. Actually, next time I gotta come up with some questions. Actually, next time, and just rattle them off. Maybe keep the same list of questions, and whoever comes in, we can start with that and kind of go from there. I think I was with you when you won that gun. Did you win that at the Keel Fishing Game Banquet? Oh, I bet they are. A small game. I'm a small game guy. I got a 22 Marlin too. I forgot what I have. I bought one. I'm 52 years old. I bought my 22 that I still have. I bought that when I was a teenager. My dad was with me when I bought it. I thought you won. Didn't you win a gun? A Satori at a banquet one time? I shot my first year with a $40 Harrington or single shot 20 gauge slugs. Next shot, a giant. That's cool. I had one. I think I had a 16 gauge and I sold it. I should have kept it. I learned my lesson not to sell guns. I could kick myself for selling that gun. It was the perfect patina. Well, there's another word to it I like. Patina. It's kind of like nostalgic. But it had that weird bluing effect, like that rainbow and that blue, and I forget what they call it. It's a certain kind of a bluing, I think. I think you told me about that, but I wasn't with you with that when you won those. I'd like to get a Terry Redland print down here. The only Terry Redland print I have is a pencil sketch that is a print that he has of a painting. It's two ducks, wings coming into a pond, and I seen a second one like that, like a pair like that of pencil sketching, and it was at a silent auction. It was $35, and someone overheard me and said that that's too much. I got mine for this, so they upped it, and they ended up winning the picture. I should have kept my mouth shut because as soon as I said it, I saw that she was looking at me, and she heard that, and she went over to the and up the bid. I'm like, ugh, stupid. I keep the remote shut on things like that. We got 9 people here. We can get 10 people back in here. Okay, Zach had a question. I'm sorry. There's a couple. Got my dad's muzzle loader this year messed up on a nice buck. Oh, really? It always that gets a guy. What would you do differently with your 25 trapping season? Oh, what would I do? Do something different? I would probably scout around a little bit more. Like I have permission by a local farmer here, and he took me around. And what I should have done was went before the season ever started. Now I know that. Now I got permission for next year already, which is awesome. So, like this coming summer, I'll say, I'll just kind of, well, maybe before the mosquitoes come out, and just scout around and figure out where I could possibly put, like, this one is along the river, figure out how to trap a river. I know Scott would probably help give me some tips on that. Look for bottlenecks, bottlenecks, pinch points for setting for coyotes. This year I got 13 people are here. Awesome. Give me a thumbs up. This year where I set that coyote trap where I got that coyote, it's a transition from one field to the next due to a culvert. And I am so confident in that kind of situation that it's the only place that they can cross really comfortably without any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Restrictions, I guess. So yeah, I think I would do more scouting of the property, that new property, I guess. And I think I'm going to buy more dog proofs just to set more dog proofs next year. But like I said, like getting humbled because I think I was, like I said in my video, I think I was a little cocky. You don't go into a cocky, you gotta go open-minded and understand that you're trying to get some. You can get them to step on a piece of steel like that, but keeping them there is another thing. I just need to learn, watch more videos, study, and just kind of ask questions. you know, you can with obviously with anything you can ask one question and you get 10 different answers, which is good. That way you can narrow it down for what's best for you. Uh, I guess I'll take your word for it. I guess I really didn't know you could pre-bait, but um I don't know if you can pre-bait for like canines or anything like that. I never done it, so I guess I never really looked into it either. So, but like the DPs, I'm hoping that my wife's uncle is going to plant corn next year because I want to. I have a goal in mind already again, but well, we just got to get there. Just one trap at a time, I guess. Yeah, it's I really enjoyed this year. Getting that coyote was I never used the word pinnacle, but I think I'm using the pinnacle of the trapping season. I guess I really don't know what the word means, but I don't know why I'm using it. First coyote is the hardest. Confidence in yourself is everything. Yeah, it's when I made that set years prior. I only mounded. He had soybeans there last year. And I only mounded up maybe just a small mound, and this year, I thought, you know what, I'm going all out. I'm gonna get a whole mound of soybean stubble. I mean, I stacked it up till it was like a foot and a half tall and probably 2 feet round. Something that's eye catching when it came through that over that culvert. It was eye catching. I caught something there and it got out. So I had a good word. Well, great. Now I don't remember what word I said. Cable restraints. For some reason, I have no desire to. Obviously, we can't snare, but I have no desire to do cable restraints. I don't know why. It's just something that. Oh, pinnacle. Boy, yeah, yeah, like pinnacle. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, cable restraints. Maybe somewhere along the line I might try it, but there's so much. Some restrictions I can tolerate, but when you can't have no entanglement of anything, I don't know how many feet of where it's got to be entanglement free. Then I think the loop has to be a certain amount of inches from the ground to the bottom of the loop. I'm sure. Yeah, those big coons. Yeah, they're like I don't know, like totes on toothpicks for legs, but yeah, at first, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever use cable restraints at all. Boy, we got a roller coaster of an audience here. It goes up to 13 and back down to 8, and now we're holding steady. It seems like, but what else can we talk about? Talk about trapping. That was a good question, Zach. What would I do different? I think that's what you said, right? Uh, let's go back to Zach's question. What would you do differently with your? Yeah, yeah. We talked about that. That was a very good question. I like Zach. You're a pretty cool dude. I like you. Zach, he was in one of my videos with cleaning out wood duck boxes. That was a few years ago now already in February. He asked me if I want to tag along and kind of document what was going on. And I thought I thought it was one of my better videos. It didn't do so well, but it is what it is. Um, I enjoy doing videos. I have a lot of ideas, but I'm limited to resources, time, and knowledge about editing. Editing I can get away with. Ice fishing, I'm not so much an ice fisherman. I went when was it? Last February. I went with a bunch of coworker friends. I went to Lake Butamore, I think, or Point. I don't know. One of them little got a boogie tongue. All right. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Um, I went ice fishing for the first time in a few years. Caught one little perch out of that would be fun, Scott. Yeah. We need I, we need to. We gotta make time, because truthfully, we have more yesterdays than we do tomorrows, unfortunately. And this, I'm hoping to have a GoPro also, so that way I can not rely on my phone so much for recording. And make sure my microphones work, or not even use the microphones. The microphones help, but there's a bunch of footage that didn't have any kind of um, sound to them, so that sucked. Whatever happened to the fishing boat, that little paddle boat? I only took it out once. I don't know why. Maybe it's something that I'll probably take out in spring. That was my whole thing, was get out spring bluegill fishing when they're spawning and stuff. But I don't want to go on a real big lake like the lake that I was on. I didn't film it because I just wanted to get my quote unquote feet wet with using it and putting it in water and stuff. So my goal is to get like a flat bottom boat. That way maybe I could use it for obviously fishing, and also maybe for doing some trapping too. Yeah, I'm kind Mark. I'm really crossing my fingers that I can. I need to. I want two traps. I want I want my own. I'm probably going to order them, and I want to make sure. I want to get up north. Excuse me. Get up north. North of our up north is around Florence County, and get out beaver trapping. If I get one or two beavers, I'm 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 all for it. You know, I'm good. I don't need to be hauling a bunch of beaver. It'd be kind of neat, but I need to get my ducks in a row. What I need to do is get a stencil or something and get some boards made for stretching the beaver hide. Yeah, I could borrow yours, but like I said, I'd like to. I like to have my own. I bet. It's because I'm gonna order some sliders from Hags and order some from him, and I have access to rebar at work, so I'll have the drowning rods. I can make them. I can either have them made at work with some scrap rebar, or I could have do it myself too. That way, that's all set, and yeah, that would be kind of fun. Now, Mark, a question for your slider rods. Is there any stops on the end of the rod that goes into the mud down underneath the surface of the water? I'm just kind of wondering because once I get those sliders, will I have to put those sliders on the rod? Obviously, I have to put it on the rod first if it calls for a stop on the other end of the rod, the rebar. I know at the top end, I'll have to weld on some washers for a T-stake to go down into the to anchor it on top. If you get my drift, because I don't know. Once the beavers are down there, I don't know if they're gonna fight till they get the end of the rebar out. I don't want to lose one. So I'm thinking if maybe so do you think I should have put the Hags bracket on or the slider on the rebar and just have something on the other end that goes into the mud, just so if they happen to pull the rebar out of the mud that they don't get away? I don't know. I don't want to end up losing my first beaver because I don't want to. I want to catch it, and I don't want nothing bad to happen. I don't want a beaver to get caught and sit there with a trap on its foot if it gets away from gets off that drowning rod. This is cool. Hour and 20 minutes in. Nice. My goal is to get 8 o'clock, 2 hours, but I don't know. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm tired, but I'm not tired. So getting back to the fishing boat, the little paddle boat of mine, like I think I said, it's leaning against the garage on one side of the garage is out of our site. So it's I'd like to use it. I don't want to take it on a huge body of water just because I kind of feel like I'm in the way a little bit. Okay, I got you. So then obviously I have to put the sliders on the rebar. Yeah, Troll, Michigan, right? 4 foot rollers. There I am paddling. Oh man. Imagine getting towed in by the Coast Guard with that thing. Oh, wouldn't that be a video, huh? For everybody, the news stations and everything else. Maybe I could get on the Manitowoc Minute or something, huh? Charlie Barron's. Man takes a paddle boat trolling out in Lake Michigan and gets towed in by the Manitowoc Coast Guard or Two Rivers Coast Guard. Make the news, yeah. Make sure I have my shirt on, Tom Kiltish and everything. Can you imagine? Oh man, that'd be funny. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm just looking at those two hides. That one that I did. It's very. It's rewarding having doing one yourself. So it's pretty cool to do. I have a video showing how to build rebar drowning rods, but also use Hags fiberglass rods. Is it obvious? I'll have to look that up as soon when I'm done here. I'll watch that because I want to learn as much as I can. Obviously, before I go out beaver trapping. With the weather the way it is now, I could probably go now and bust through a bunch of ice and not worry about a whole lot. This weather's nuts. When did I get the bear? I got that 2018. I remember 2018 because that's when I broke my leg at work. June 18th of 2018. Well, thanks, Remy. I'm glad you were able to stop in and partake in the live stream. And I hope you can join next time too. That'd be pretty awesome. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Have yourself a good night. Beaver trapping is a blast. But getting back, yeah, 2018. Yeah, that's a 12-year wait for that bear. Looking up at this ceiling, I think I want to paint the ceiling black. But that was a pontoon Jody lady angler catfish. Hey, thanks for. I think you've been here once before. I believe. Well, howdy. Where are you from? Hit that thumbs up too. Yes, you were. For some the bond, the whole title is kind of East Tennessee. Well, that's cool. That's pretty neat. Little old me from East Central Wisconsin get someone from East Tennessee. Well, we had Livermore Outdoors from Pennsylvania and Kevin. No, yeah, no. Hang on. I can't remember names. Keith Navarro. Yeah, Navarro. Oh man. Yeah, Pennsylvania, Tennessee now. Mark's from Illinois. Yeah, check these channels out. Mark's putting them on in the chat here. We had a bunch from Wisconsin. Where was oh yeah, Pennsylvania too. Mountain Outdoor. What the heck, man? I'm scrolling back up to see. I'm not sure if he's still here yet or not. He was one of the first. Back Mountain Outdoors. He's from Pennsylvania as well. $7.25 here in East Central or Central Time. That's cool. Hour and a half, almost into this. It is so cool having different people come in from different areas into right here, And I like doing this in my man cave. And maybe next time I will, instead of having my bear as a backdrop, I could have these two fine bucks that I shot in the feed and live stream next time. But I'm not bragging. Just when I do these live streams, I think I got to have more lighting. I had those shop lights up in the ceiling a couple weeks ago, and I decided to put up these outdoor lights, and it lights it up, gives it a nice homey feeling, a warm feeling, and I think I prefer this over that. But for lighting wise, I like to have something that lights me up a little bit so it's not so dark. I got I got these lights right here on the floor, so it there's light showing on my face a little bit more. But I think I need to get some of those ring lights. But the bad thing is, you can see the glare in my glasses, and that's kind of distracting. I need my glasses to read. A lot of things to do. Not too far from Mankato, Minnesota. Well, that's cool. Minnesota. I know After Five Outdoors, he's from northern Minnesota. 330 Maniac. He's never been here. He's from Minnesota. Living MN Outdoors, they're from Minnesota. They're probably out on the lake fishing, probably doing a live stream there or something. Those are some good people too. They really love their fishing. Wow. So does After Five Outdoors, Cody. He really likes that too. He's going to get back into it soon. He said August he's going to hit it hard with YouTube again, which is good. He does very good with editing, and he really blew up as far as the channel. Wow. He really got a lot of subscribers. And thanks for coming in, Jeff. I appreciate it. Have yourself a good night as well. And speaking of that, I think I might call it a night too, unless there's going to be a plethora of people coming in the next 2 minutes. I think I'm going to hang it up, and maybe next time I can go a little bit farther. Maybe let's see, maybe schedule it a little bit better than what I did. Maybe I could get more people here. Thanks, Scott. You have Scott, you going to be home tomorrow? I got that thing for you that I mentioned to you. They finally came in the mail on Monday. I was going to drop it off tonight, but I didn't feel like going back outside anymore after work. All right. Yep. Take care, everyone. There's less than 30 seconds left in the live stream. So, and what gets you outdoors and enjoy the little things. Everyone have a safe weekend, and hopefully I can do this soon. Hoping next week, Friday or Saturday. I don't know. So, all right. Enjoy the little things, and see you next time.